right, so, but hot is really good. I like that. Okay, so I have to do this sort of thing. So I'm sure none of you have ever seen this, but Highlander, has anyone ever seen Highlander? Yeah, pretty bad, right? But also awesome. So, it's one of those tricky films. There can be only one. So, yeah, it has a Frenchman playing a Highlander, right? A Scottish Highlander, right? And then Connery, who's Scottish, playing a Spaniard. It's just a disaster. Yeah. Anyway, really awesome. Somehow it's about immortality. So there should only be one theory of ultimately for things. Also Highlander films, very badly. They made 2 more. Probably the worst retcon you've ever seen. So worth finding out about. Another great thing about Highlander, endless numbers of great things, is that Queen, one of Queen's albums is basically the soundtrack for this film. It's a kind of magic, which is just glorious. Freddie Mercury. I'm not going to make you do this because that would really hurt. But okay. So there's some of the lyrics from Queen at the top, just so you know. So these are people, Mandelbrot and Simon. So Mandelbrot produces the work we'll look at now in 1953, and as I think I said, it was a chapter in a book on communication. Simon's paper comes out, and it's got this terrible title. It comes out a couple of years later, but obviously people start connecting them. So this is a different time scale, right? Not the tweet time scale. So this is Mandelbrot, a note on a class of skew distribution functions, right? So he's going to go with that. Analysis and critique of a paper by that guy, right? So he's like, he's going to call him out, right? He's calling him out. He's saying his name, which is very Mandelbrotian. Simon comes back with some further notes on a class of skew distribution functions, trying to give it the, stepping. Yeah, I mean, the words are in there, but he's not at least saying Mandelbrot in the title. Final note, this is 61, on a class of skew distribution functions. Analysis and critique, what I said. No, your paper is stupid. Reply to final note by that guy. This is 61. And then postscriptum to final note. This is just a rampage of madness. And there was one more. So reply to Dr. Mandelbrot's postscriptum. It's pretty enjoyable to read these things. They've got this sort of stuff. We shall restate in detail our objection. And people love to do this. You'll see, everyone's name get attached to the zip thing. Our objections are quite valid. And there's right? It's talking about signs and these sorts of things. He's proposed a new set of objections like his earlier ones. These are invalid, right? Fake science, yeah. Okay, and then we have this sort of thing, right? Okay, that's sitting around from an old time. I am immortal, I have inside me blood of kings. Really great songs. Okay, so this, I'm not going to show you, but this is ridiculous, but this is Mad Max 3 Thunderdome. Okay, so